Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to be tackling the support of this main crossbeam. That end's the worst end, but I'm working in this area and I need to tie the post in with all my blockwork structure here. So it's still an important element. I'll need to get it right. But I've done some measurements and some levels. I didn't quite realise how out of level that main beam is. Let me just show you by how much. If we come to the end point there, that's 1.8, and that is 15 centimetres out. So when it comes to putting in the main support post here, and a header and a knee joint brace there, you can't fit it like that, so it has to be level. So yet again, another challenge. I think what I'll go and do is just get the post in, offer it up, see what it looks like, work out some vertical levels as well, because the base of the wall tapers out like that, so there's so many different considerations. Oh, and the beam, well, it's kind of like a snake. I've never seen nothing like it. It goes that way here and then that way, and so, you know, trying to straighten things up, it really does challenge the old grey matter, which ain't a bad thing. I like to keep it basic and simple. I find with this kind of structure that's the best method really. So let's get the post in, just see what we're dealing with. Yeah, that's not too bad. I've lifted heavier. If I can stand it up, maybe too long. It's almost like someone cut it to size, even the angle at the top. Okay, let's just stand back in case it does go. Now when you look at the top, that's just rough cut in the sawmill. But how snugly it fits on that beam, you know. Sometimes you strike it lucky. Now I'm in two minds now whether or not I'm going to go ahead with my previous idea. I was going to put a header plate through, and I mean this end isn't too bad. It's just basically, you know, a little bit of future proofing, looking ahead and thinking, okay, if that end does rot, I mean it has got one of these in the base already, give it a bit of additional support. Put a level up there. I mean this ain't pre-rehearsed or anything, I assure you. That's level, and I've literally just lifted it in. No, this can't be true. It is, it's level. That's most bizarre. Okay. I mean it is slightly off the centre, but everything is. I mean, how would you level it up? It's, you know, crazy. You know, sometimes I'll be the first to admit, sometimes I over-engineer things. Always been like that really, but that looks pretty okay. This end isn't too bad, structure-wise. The other end I'll have to put a knee brace in and everything like that, but I'm now thinking, okay, do I just install it like that? I've got to come under here with a return of the kitchen where it sort of separates from this room into what we'd call lounge sitting room, you know, whatever room you want to call it really. You know, I could keep it really basic, just come out here with a return wall. Don't forget we've got the sink and the worktop running into there, so we'll have to end it there. Want it to kind of feel like it does flow between the two rooms. Don't want to be shutting this off as such. And then we've got the return here. I'm going to put a support post in here to take up what's basically the middle of the beam. And then if I come down this end, this is the area that, you know, is really going to take some beefing up. That's okay. So we could have, I need to buy an additional post. I'm going to buy a bigger post for in here with the knee brace, as we mentioned, with the header plate like that, but in oak. And we'd have another one in here. I think that would be adequate, you know. By putting that end post in and incorporating it, you know, we've bought ourselves probably another 50, 100 years maybe. You know, if it snapped off at the wall, this would probably hold it to a point. You've got another piece here, and the beam does seem okay outside because it goes right the way through, so it don't just finish just past the stonework. We've got another metre past there, so I'm pretty happy, you know, looking at this, that will suffice. Yeah, you know, the more I look at this, I think, well, I've got enough work to be getting on with. I would have liked to have had maybe a header coming through here. This was going to go underneath. I was going to put a knee brace across here, a diagonal 45. But because this slopes down so much, it meant that what I'd probably have had to do with the header is come from there to about there, let it into the main upright post, so this supported through there, and then put a diagonal across here. But now I kind of look at it and think, well, the worktop comes across here. I might just build a return wall underneath in stud work, double up with the vertical stud so it's still kind of supporting. I think that'd be okay. So let's just get a tack in there just to safely hold it in place. Yep. Right, start laying our blockwork out that way. Obviously got to be levelled up and that. Yep, you guessed it, these doors are in the way, so let's get these moved. So the other block obviously run into the corner, and then this area here needs to be neatened up. So I might try something a little bit different with that. Now I've also got some ancient hand tools, carpentry hand tools that would have been used in the construction of this building, right period. I've got some gouges and that. This for drilling through when you're making your mortise and tenon and you put your pegs in. Yeah, some real interesting stuff here. These will be cleaned up and yeah, just placed around as a nod to the history. Okay, so we've got enough blocks in. Probably sit that on a bed of mortar, level them up. Might have to knock the back end out of that block there. We can drill into the post and then run our steel right the way through into there. Yep, you guessed it, it's time for another mix. We get a fixing into there. Fill all that up with limecrete. This is just mortar without the big gravel, just to bed these in. Then it'll be backfilled with the limecrete. That's why I can use the hand mixer. Just there, so I have to adjust the block height there and pick up with the full one and just continue into the wall. Now, it was really important that I got this post in, not just for the main support beam, but because the wall at the base here kicked out a lot more than that side, so I had it different in levels. So what we had to do is put the post in, or build something else in there anyway, which was going to be incorporated, but the post allows me to step this course this much out further, because I say the wall does bulge out, but once we've got the return on there you won't notice the difference. Yeah, this is my last bit of steel. That's okay. So now what I'll do is I'll work out the blocks from the other end. Apologies if the lighting has diminished. I mean, this will all be hidden, but it's still nice to finish it off neatly. Okay, so what I was thinking about on this ledge was maybe some off-cut roof tiles, just maybe dressing them across the top like that, making use of all the broken ones, making a nice edge made out of these. This will be rendered. I may put another course on top of here but stagger it back, and then this will have a little mini shelf on it like that. That'll be rendered. I think that'll finish that off rather nice. Yeah. Matching with the actual terracotta floor that's going here. So that's one idea I'm bouncing around. If I don't use that, it'll be a nice piece of oak or something like that to tie it all in. Well, I'm rather pleased with today's progress. We've got this laid out. We've got that very important beam in there, tying the two rooms together and giving that main support, you know, another few years. Okay, I need to get cleaned up. It's very hot. Got some more jobs to do outside, so I'm going to call it a day on this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.